Family, dinner's ready. I slaved all day.
I remember when your mother and I used to dance the jitterbug.
Wow, Dad, that's a great story. We were just dancing a quiz. It's fun to dance to rock and roll. We dance it with the kids at school dance functions. Everyone can do it.
You know we don't listen to those records in this house. You should listen to Mitch Miller more often. Good, clean music that won't make you fascist.
Just because Mitch Miller says rock and roll is fascist doesn't mean it's true.
Are you sure you want seconds, honey? You don't want to look like this, do you?
Maybe I want to look in the pair, Mother. What right do you have to tell me how I should look? This is my body.
Well, you can do whatever you want, honey. But I'm worried about you finding a boyfriend.
So I'm supposed to change how I look just to impress men? Maybe I don't want to be part of a pair. Oh, this is so screwed up. I'm trapped by the constraints of this patriarchal society.
Don't yell at her, Mary Jane.
Don't get her Mary Jane, Dad. She's my sister, and she deserves to feel like an equal member of this family.
Well, well, well. I think we have a couple of ungrateful rebels on our hands, don't we, Richard? Your father and I worked hard to put food on the table every day of our lives. We've achieved the American dream, and you were throwing it away with this awful behavior.
You're right, Jane. Kids, your mother and I are just trying to make sure that our children have the best futures possible, just like others parents are doing, in order to secure a stable family environment. But it sounds like none of this matters to you, and popular culture is more of an influence on youth than we previously thought.
Stop talking about us like we're not here. We're not children anymore.
I feel like you were both just trying to mold us into the perfect teenagers, but we're just trying to resist the normality of this 50s mindset in order to find ourselves.
Let's just watch TV.
Don't try to change the subject.
Honey, I can't hear the TV. Isn't Kennedy just so dreamy? I want to vote for him. I mean, do you remember back when we only had debates on radio? Now we can see the candidates talking. This is definitely influencing my decision.
The only reason you even like him is because you think he's attractive. That's so superficial. Television offers a whole new realm of possibilities for politics. But for you, the only thing influencing a choice that decides the fate of the nation is how handsome a candidate is. Are you even listening to what they're saying?
It seems to me like they're both ready to see a job.
Do you even agree with Kennedy's policies, Mother? Mother!
I don't find anything wrong with someone's looks. If he gets elected president, I will definitely follow him and his family on television.
I cannot stand this anymore. Let's go get some air, Michael. I heard Breakfast at Tiffany's is playing in the theater.
Guys, trying to watch a thing here. So she just sat there eating super much more. They've been doing it the whole time. They're eating.
Don't you just love it?
Love what?
Tiffany. Isn't it wonderful? You see what I mean? How nothing bad could ever happen to you in a place like this. It isn't that I can prove about jewelry except diamonds, of course. Like that. What do you think?
Well,
Of course, personally, I think it'd be tacky to wear diamonds before I'm 40.
well, you're right. But in the meantime, you should have something.
I'll wait.
No, I'm gonna buy you a present. You bought me one, a typewriter ribbon, and it brought me luck.
All right, but Tiffany's gonna be pretty expensive.
I got my check and $10.
Oh, I wouldn't have to cash a check. My present for $10 or under, that I'll accept. Of course, I don't exactly know what we're going to find at Tiffany's for $10.
Wow. Breakfast at Tiffany's just proves the lack of dimension in female characters in movies these days. The New York socialite, Holly Golightly, has no substance at all. In Hollywood these days, women are shallow, one-dimensional characters who are only interested in their looks and impressing the men in their lives. I can't become like her. We need to do something.
You're right. Her character was all about fun and flirtatious behavior. What about female characters with real, raw emotion? And the man is only interested in her looks as well.
I know, it's disgusting.
This film reflects our parents' ideas of what we should act like. There's just so much superficiality and a total lack of individuality.
As it shows in Breakfast at Tiffany's, society as a whole is just a materialistic, consumerist machine. Everyone is happy to buy the next big thing and reach for the wealth of the American dream. Everyone believes everything they're told, and no one questions the authority of those who make decisions about our lives. We need to break away from mainstream society.
Wow, I've never thought of it that way.
Don't you see, Michael? We can't go home. We need to leave right now and just never come back. We need to find ourselves.
You know what? You might be right, but we aren't prepared. What about all our stuff?
We have the car and we have our college money. That's all we need. Let's recreate ourselves. In fact, we should trade in our car for something new. And we can go get new clothes, too. These drab, colorless rags are really bumming me out. I'm sick of looking like a child.
Yeah, I feel constricted in these classy, stiff clothes.
First, we need to trade in this pile of junk car for a new ride. Then we can think about our cool new style.
But wait, what are our parents going to think?
Who cares what they think, Michael? That's the point of this whole thing. We're rebelling against society, and last time I checked, that definitely included parents. Think of all the things that won't matter to us anymore. Think of all the stress we were ridding ourselves of.
This could be good. Our parents are definitely annoying sometimes. There will be no more stressing out over schoolwork or worrying about college. What about our futures?
We're not in a recession anymore, Michael. We'll do fine. We can live in our car with all our new friends that we'll meet across the country, and eventually, if we want to, we can always come back. But with the way our future is looking right now, I don't think I'm ever going home.
It's a nice
Hey, Mary Jane, I'm hungry. We should stop somewhere soon.
Yeah, me too. Oh, look, there's a restaurant. Let's eat here.
Hey, what can I get you folks?
I'll have a beer.
Can I see some ID?
I think I'll have a Coke instead.
Coke me too, please.
It's only a matter of time, man. Sputnik's up there watching us. It's probably got some sort of spy cameras or watching our every move.
Yeah, I bet they even have weapons aboard. They can nuke us from space.
It's only a matter of time until they start using space as a military outlet, which could jeopardize our domestic security.
What's going on, guys?
What's going on? What's going on is that the Soviets are beating us in the space race. They already have satellites. They already put that cosmonaut Gagarin into space. We cannot allow America's dominance in science and technology to be usurped by the Reds. The Soviets are always looking for a way to beat us. They're looking for a way to ensure their vision of world communism. If we let them win this, it'll completely undermine our confidence in the American values.
Wow, that's really terrifying. I hope that we don't lose the Soviets. Hopefully our deeply held values of ingenuity, personal liberty, and capitalism will propel us all to the moon, like Kennedy promised.
Let's switch on the TV and see if there are any updates.
It just goes to show how awesome America is.
I just love Walter Cronkite. I really feel attached to his way of sharing the news. It gives me a feeling of community knowing millions of other Americans are watching it too.
And now for some troubling news.
Troubling news, turn off the TV.
We have just received word that President Kennedy is addressing the nation on the presence of missiles in Cuba. Let's cut to it now.
It shall be the policy of this nation to regard any nuclear missile launched from Cuba against any nation in the Western Hemisphere as an attack by the Soviet Union on the United States, requiring a full retaliatory response upon the Soviet Union.
Wow, that's really scary.
You bet it is. All these new missiles are enabling destruction on a scale never before seen in human history. Now missiles like the R-7 that carried Sputnik into space allow for nations to launch massive attacks against each other with little to no warning or time to prepare. But these new ICBMs have the ability to carry larger and larger payloads and ensure mutually assured destruction in the case of war. And these intermediate range missiles placed so close to the United States gives us mere minutes before the missiles land in our cities.
Doesn't America have some way to shoot them down? Surely we could do something.
Sorry to shoot down the office. That's impractical. These missiles move so fast and carry so much destructive power, they're nearly impossible to counter. All that can be done is to launch a retaliatory strike in the hopes of destroying them more than they can destroy us. Once one side launches a missile, the other side has to launch its own arsenal, or it risks annihilation.
Well, it was nice meeting you two, but we're going to head home. We're going to bunker down in my basement, since it's pretty obvious that civilization as we know it is coming to an end. We'd offer you a spot. There's not enough room. Sorry.
Oh, alright. Bye, guys.
Good luck, guys. Hope you don't die of radiation in the coming nuclear wasteland.
Wow.
Never
All of this
explained.
weaponry and new rocket technology are really scaring people. Those two might have been a bit over the top. Okay, way over the top. But clearly Americans are really scared about the Cold War and its destructive implications.
Yeah, I've always believed that American values can overcome any enemy, but now I don't know. There are nuclear-tipped missiles on our own doorstep and satellites orbiting right above our heads.
Really makes you think.
More breaking news. Kennedy today reached an agreement with Soviet Premier Khrushchev. Soviet missiles have been removed from Cuba in return for a U.S. pledge not to invade the islands.
Wow, that's great news. Thank God cooler heads prevailed.
Alright, I think I need a break from all this stressful news. Let's get back on the road.
Man, this old station wagon keeps breaking down. The smoke from the engine seems to be getting worse, and I think we have a flat. Soon it will just be a stationary wagon.
Besides, this is a boring old family car. Hey look, there's a car lot. Yeah, let's stop here and trade in our car for something that's more out of style.
Wow, look at all these new cars. I would absolutely love to have any of these.
Hey look, here comes the salesman.
Hi, how are you folks? I see that you're looking for a new car. We really have a whole lot of cars here for you to choose from. See this Mustang? It really represents the strength of America on a global scale because of its engine power and torque that can handle the road and consume more fuel than practically all of the other cars combined. The use of so much gas shows the abundance and grandeur of America's economy that has been brought about by a heightened union employment, which led to a rise in average workers' wages. Why should you be so concerned about gas mileage when you could be the coolest and most patriotic teen in the nation?
Wow, that's really cool.
Suppose that is pretty cool, but let's see what other cars you have.
Okay, let's see here. How about this 1960 Chrysler 300 series? It's not too different than the one you have now. With the chrome detailing and streamlined style, your parents would be so proud of you and your taste in vehicles.
That's actually exactly what we wanted to escape from. We want our new car to reflect our liberated lifestyle and our escape from the confines of suburbia.
Alright, I think that you guys will like this next car. This here, this here is a very fine car. It's perfect for two people on the road. Here you go, a brand new Mini Cooper S model, the finest of its kind with great mileage and a sleek design, as well as a compact interior. Great for getting to and from the job or just around town. The Mini Cooper shows the preference of those in society who want efficiency and style.
I think we might get a bit cooped up in this car.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. I think we should go with the Mustang. It's affordable, and above all, it's a pretty cool looking car.
I agree.
Sorry to be so pushy, kids, but have you made a decision yet?
Yeah, I think we want the muscle car. It does look pretty cool, and I think our friends would really like it too. We'd be the raddest teens on the road.
Thanks for buying with us today. I'll go get the paperwork.
Hey, you looking at this car?
Yeah, we were just about to buy it, actually.
Oh, cool. I've been thinking about buying one, but I need to save up some money first.
Wait, don't I know you from somewhere?
You might have seen me at the football stadium. I play for the Kansas City Chiefs in the NFL.
What's the AFL?
You ankle biter. The American Football League is one of the biggest sports league in the entire United States.
I don't see why you find football so exciting.
Shh. Football is incredibly exciting, and this is a great man makes a living playing it, so be quiet. What are you doing here anyway? Shouldn't you be off training and making hundreds of thousands of dollars?
Actually, my salary is only slightly higher than the national average, but soon the AFL will start showing on TV. This will give them a huge boost so they'll be able to compete with the NFL.
Cool. It'll be awesome to see football on television. Right now there's only boxing on TV. You have to go to a stadium to see any other sport. Hopefully once television starts to include even more mainstream sports, we'll see even more national unity as everyone will be able to tune to the same games at the same time.
Well, I have to get going. I need a few more weeks before I can afford my school car.
So I've got all the paperwork. Here you go. Just go ahead and sign here and you'll be good to go, guys. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's get out of here.
Now that we've got a great new car, we should get some new clothes too.
Oh, fine, but let's look at the TVs first. Hey, wait, what's going on?
Silly, Michael, it's a television, of course.
Well, I know that, but it's not black and white. It's in color, just like movies are.
I suppose color broadcast television is starting to become more common now. That must explain why we're seeing them in a department store with other household items. I can't believe it.
Let's see what other shows are on right now.
And now we get to the situation in Birmingham.
Wow, it seems like media coverage of the civil rights movement has helped the movement gain sympathy among the American populace. By showing such a dramatic scene as the Birmingham Children's Crusade and Martin Luther King Jr.'s I Have a Dream speech, people have really started to connect with the movement in their own homes.
Breaking news. The word we have now is that President Kennedy is dead, that he was shot by an assassin at the intersection of Elm and Houston Streets as he was going into the underpass. President Kennedy died at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, some 38 minutes ago. Vice President Lyndon Johnson has left the hospital in Dallas, but to where he has proceeded, we do not know. Presumably, he will be taking the oath of office shortly and will be sworn in as the 36th President of the United States.
Oh my God, I've never seen a more shocking news report in my entire life. It seems that Americans are getting more and more interested in current events. This could be because of previous media interest in the now former President Kennedy's life and the general increase of television use throughout the decade. Now with all of these tragedies and portrayal of turmoil, further public interest in current events and tragedies will increase.
Hey, look over there.
Michael, wait.
Whoa, check this out. It's a portable dishwasher. Look, all you have to do is hook it up to the sink with hoses. Machines like these can save tons of time on household chores, especially for women. Inventions like these really make me feel like technology can make a real positive impact on our everyday lives.
Michael, we don't have a sink. We live in a car. But look at this. Oh my God, there's a hairdryer. We have to get this.
You have to get this. Why?
Because it will make me feel pretty.
Why do you need to buy things to feel good about yourself? God, I thought you were above all the materialism and superficiality of the decade. It seems like with the economic boom, everyone suddenly became obsessed with buying and owning things. Not just things, but pretty things. I mean, look at this blender. Who really needs it in tawny gold or avocado?
Machines like this could make our lives so much easier. Imagine how much time new technologies like these could free up for the average housewife. They would be able to participate in more social events and connect with other women or other communities. Speaking of women, let's go to the clothing section.
We have to. What's this?
Wait, I saw Jackie Kennedy wearing one of those recently.
That's a pillbox hat. It was popularized by Jackie Kennedy.
Jackie Kennedy's a fashion icon as well?
That's right. She's a major style icon because she and Kennedy are the ideal American family. In fact, Jackie has influenced many aspects of mainstream fashion, including pastel colors, boxy jackets, oversized buttons, shift dresses, and of course, the pillbox hat. She's popularized more simple clothing with clean silhouettes. For instance, this is a shift dress. They are becoming popular for their seemingly shapeless but flattering designs.
Wow, it seems like these days women are giving a nod to fashionable style while also staying within the appropriate convention of housewife femininity.
People are starting to find their own identities, but fears from the Red Scare and other international affairs.
Well, that's really interesting and all, but this isn't really what we're looking for. Do you have anything younger people would wear? I'm looking to find my own identity, not conform to mainstream society. I'm not sure I want to shop at a store that sells can openers and clothes.
You'd be interested to note that popular artists have embraced department store mentality. You see the backdrop? That's a print of Andy Warhol's soup cans. He embraced mass advertising and accepts the uniformity of American culture. He takes everyday images and turns them into high-class art. He separates the image from the item, much like how Americans view the bombardment of advertisements they experience every day.
They all look the same. I'm sick of all this consumerism.
In that case, you probably aren't a fan of Roy Lichtenstein design either.
Can't say I've heard of him.
I have. He was the first American artist to join the pop art movement. His work is nostalgic for the classic war experience he missed out on.
You just like that he makes giant comics.
As I was saying, if you're looking for something different, you won't find it here. Department stores such as these only offer modern items for everyday families. Perhaps you'd find what you're looking for in a boutique.
What's a boutique?
A boutique is a small store that sells fashionable clothing and accessories for a specialized clientele. There are several in existence now thanks to Mary Kwan, who popularized youth fashions such as the mini skirt and the baby doll style.
That sounds perfect. Thank you so much.
No problem. Have a wonderful day. If your family ever needs anything, don't forget to come back.
Family.
So, good.
Now this looks like something teenagers would wear. Look at all the short hemlines and the high waistlines.
You're right, this is totally different from all that monotonous adult clothing that we saw in the department store.
Welcome. You two look like some hip young trendsetters. Can I help you with finding anything today?
Definitely. We need some new threads. In fact, we need new identities.
New identities? That reminds me of some of our newer inventory. Have you two ever heard of Peter Max?
I can't say I have. Is he a designer?
No, he's an artist, but we feature many of his designs on our clothing, posters, and other items. His psychedelic prints and vivid colors reflect the growing counterculture we cater to here. His work really embraces the hippie mentality of recreational drug use and free love.
Groovy. I love the individuality and nonconformity of his style, but there's some trippy images. Not that I would know.
Can we see some more of his clothing you've mentioned?
Of course. So over here, we see the incredibly popular mini skirt. These skirts have hemlines anywhere from 2 to 9 inches above the knee. Showing some leg is very in right now, as opposed to revealing the figure of your hips or waist. It keeps the innocence and sweetness of teen clothing while adding some spice and allure.
Hey, this is my sister we're talking about. Right, Jen? I don't want you in anything with too much allure. I don't know what you want, but we've gone too far with this.
Lighten up, Michael. This is counterculture. This is in right now. Besides, I'm sure you wouldn't complain if you saw any other girl in a miniskirt. So, what else is in right now? I'll definitely be getting some of these skirts, but what can I pair them with, and how should I wear all of this?
Well, first of all, you want to keep your clothing looking clean and simple. Try not to wear too many colors at one time and limit your wardrobe to flattering, uncomplicated clothing. One more style that goes along with the innocence theme is the baby doll style. These dresses and tops have an empire waistline and a high neckline, creating the illusion of longer length, which allows for a super short hemline. It's a great way of embracing your femininity and proving to society that it's your body and you'll wear whatever you want to. These days, women are free to reclaim their sexuality.
Okay, we get it. Short skirts are in, but what about men's clothing?
You're in luck there. We just got a new shipment of men's clothing. As you may know, it's become popular here in America to have wider collars, pant legs, lapels, belts, and ties. But why should your clothing be that complicated?
It is sort of annoying having to wear a tie whenever I want to look classy.
Now you don't have to. It's becoming popular to wear suit pieces without a full suit. For instance, you can wear a vest without a suit, a sports jacket with slacks, even a